Hi, I'm your host, Keith Baxter, and this is Obscure Legends. Picture this. You're walking down a bustling street in Augusta, Georgia. The sun's setting, casting long shadows across the pavement. And there, standing alone on a corner, is a weathered pillar. It looks ordinary enough, but locals give it a wide berth. Some cross themselves as they hurry past. Why? Because this isn't just any pillar. It's the cursed pillar of Augusta, and it's said to bring disaster to anyone who tries to move it. For over a century, this silent sentinel has defied explanation, thwarting every attempt to remove it with a series of chilling accidents. But is it really cursed, or is there a more rational explanation? Today, we're diving deep into this urban legend that's captivated generations. We'll unravel its mysterious origins, explore the eerie incidents surrounding it, and try to separate fact from fiction. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and get ready to explore one of America's most enduring and obscure legends. But be warned, after hearing this story, you might think twice before touching any strange pillars you come across. The Cursed Pillar of Augusta, a tale of defiance and doom. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the streets of Augusta, Georgia, an eerie stillness settles over the city. On the corner of 5th and Broad Street stands a solitary pillar, weathered and unremarkable at first glance. But as darkness falls, whispers of its sinister reputation begin to circulate among locals and visitors alike. This is no ordinary architectural remnant. It is the infamous Cursed Pillar of Augusta, a monument steeped in mystery, tragedy, and inexplicable phenomena that have puzzled generations for over a century. The pillar stands alone, a silent sentinel guarding secrets of the past. Its weathered surface bears the scars of countless attempts to remove it, each one thwarted by forces beyond human comprehension. As night descends, some swear they can hear faint whispers emanating from the stone, carrying warnings of doom to those who dare to challenge its presence. What malevolent force resides within this seemingly innocuous structure? And why does it fiercely resist any attempt to alter its eternal vigil? To understand the chilling legend of the Cursed Pillar, we must first delve into the rich history of Augusta, Georgia. Founded in 1736 as the second town of the colony of Georgia, Augusta quickly grew into a thriving center of trade and commerce. The city's strategic location on the Savannah River made it a crucial hub for the transportation of goods, particularly cotton, which formed the backbone of the region's economy in the 19th century. It was during this period of prosperity that the lower market was constructed in the heart of downtown Augusta. This bustling marketplace was a focal point of city life, where farmers, merchants, and citizens gathered to trade goods and exchange news. The market building was an impressive structure, supported by sturdy brick columns that bore the weight of its expansive roof. Among these columns stood the one that would eventually become known as the Cursed Pillar. At the time of its construction, it was indistinguishable from its counterparts, serving its purpose without incident. However, the events that would unfold in the coming years would imbue this innocent piece of architecture with a reputation that would outlast the very building it once supported. The origins of the curse are shrouded in mystery, with multiple versions of the story circulating among Augusta's residents. Some attribute the pillar's malevolent power to a vengeful preacher, while others claim it is the result of a Native American curse placed on the land long before Augusta's founding. Regardless of its true origins, the legend of the Cursed Pillar has become an integral part of Augusta's folklore, captivating the imagination of generations and drawing curious visitors from far and wide. As the 19th century drew to a close, Augusta was a city on the cusp of modernization. The old lower market, once the beating heart of the city's commerce, had fallen into disrepair. City officials, eager to usher in a new era of progress, made plans to demolish the aging structure and clear the way for new development. It was during this time that the first whispers of the curse began to circulate. According to local lore, a traveling preacher had visited Augusta some years earlier, delivering fiery sermons on the streets near the lower market. Accounts differ as to the nature of his message, but all agree on one crucial detail. Before leaving the city, the preacher issued a dire warning. He proclaimed that the market would one day be destroyed, but one pillar would remain standing, and that any man who attempted to move it would meet with disaster. At first, these words were dismissed as the ravings of an eccentric outsider, but as the demolition of the lower market began, a series of inexplicable events started to unfold. Workers reported strange occurrences on the site, tools mysteriously disappearing, unexplained noises echoing through the night, and an overwhelming sense of dread that seemed to emanate from one particular pillar. Despite these unsettling incidents, the demolition proceeded as planned. The roof was torn away, the walls came crashing down, and one by one the pillars were reduced to rubble. All except one. There, amidst the debris and dust, stood a single pillar, defiant and unscathed. City officials, perplexed but undeterred, ordered the removal of the remaining pillar. It was then that the true power of the curse began to manifest itself. The first attempt to demolish the pillar ended in tragedy when a worker was struck by a piece of falling debris, suffering severe injuries. Subsequent efforts met with similar misfortune. Equipment malfunctioned inexplicably, accidents befell those involved in the removal attempts, and a palpable sense of foreboding seemed to surround the site. As news of these incidents spread, the legend of the cursed pillar began to take root in the collective consciousness of Augusta's citizens. Some dismissed it as mere coincidence or superstition, but others became convinced that there was something truly supernatural at work. One particularly chilling account dates back to 1935, when a group of young men, emboldened by liquid courage and skepticism, decided to prove once and for all that the curse was nothing more than a silly myth. Late one night, they gathered at the pillar with ropes and a truck, determined to pull it down. As they secured the ropes and prepared to start the engine, witnesses claimed that an unnatural stillness fell over the area. The air grew heavy and a cold wind began to blow, despite the warm summer night. The men hesitated, suddenly gripped by an inexplicable sense of dread. But pride and bravado won out, and they proceeded with their plan. The truck's engine roared to life, and for a moment, it seemed as though they might succeed where so many others had failed. The ropes grew taut, the pillar trembled, and a collective gasp rose from the onlookers who had gathered to witness the spectacle. But then, without warning, the ropes snapped with a deafening crack. The sudden release of tension sent the truck careening out of control, narrowly missing bystanders before crashing into a nearby storefront. Miraculously, no one was seriously injured, but the pillar stood unscathed, as if mocking their efforts. This incident only served to cement the pillar's reputation as an object of supernatural power. In the years that followed, numerous other attempts were made to remove or destroy it, each ending in failure and often accompanied by unexplained accidents or misfortunes befalling those involved. One particularly persistent story involves a wealthy businessman who, in the 1950s, became obsessed with disproving the curse. He hired a team of engineers and construction workers, sparing no expense in his quest to remove the pillar. For weeks, they worked tirelessly, employing increasingly sophisticated methods to dislodge the stubborn structure. On the day they were finally set to succeed, witnesses reported seeing dark clouds gathering ominously overhead, despite clear weather forecasts. As the team made their final preparations, a bolt of lightning struck the pillar, sending a shower of sparks and debris raining down on the workers. In the chaos that ensued, equipment malfunctioned, injuring several people and bringing the project to a halt. The businessman, shaken but undeterred, vowed to return and finish what he had started. However, in a twist of fate that many saw as the ultimate proof of the curse's power, he suffered a series of financial setbacks in the following months, losing much of his fortune and forcing him to abandon his quest. As the years passed, the cursed pillar became an integral part of Augusta's identity. Tour guides regaled visitors with tales of its mysterious powers, and locals developed a mix of fear and reverence for the structure. Some even claimed that the pillar had the power to grant wishes or protect the city from harm, as long as it remained undisturbed. In 2016, the legend of the cursed pillar faced its greatest test yet. A driver lost control of their vehicle, crashing into the pillar and knocking it down. For a brief moment, it seemed as though the curse had finally been broken. However, in a turn of events that many saw as proof of the pillar's supernatural resilience, city officials quickly restored it to its original location. Some argue that this reconstruction nullifies the curse, while others maintain that the pillar's essence somehow survived the impact, its malevolent power undiminished. Skeptics point out that the original pillar was destroyed and that the current structure is merely a replica, devoid of any supernatural properties. Yet even in its reconstructed form, the cursed pillar continues to exert a powerful influence over the imagination of Augusta's residents and visitors. Strange occurrences are still reported in its vicinity: unexplained noises, fleeting shadows, and an overwhelming sense of unease that seems to grip those who linger too long in its presence. One recent account comes from a group of paranormal investigators who spent a night conducting research near the pillar. They reported experiencing equipment malfunctions, sudden temperature drops, and even claimed to have captured EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, recordings of whispers warning them to leave it be. While scientific explanations can be offered for many of the phenomena associated with the cursed pillar, there remains a core of mystery that continues to defy rational explanation. Why has this particular structure been the focus of so many strange occurrences? What power, if any, resides within its weathered surface? Some theorists have suggested that the pillar may be situated on a convergence of ley lines, ancient paths of spiritual energy that crisscross the earth. Others propose that it may be a conduit for residual psychic energy, absorbing and reflecting the collective beliefs and fears of generations of Augusta's citizens. Regardless of the truth behind its powers, the cursed pillar has become an indelible part of Augusta's cultural landscape. It serves as a tangible link to the city's past, a source of intrigue for tourists, and a persistent reminder of the thin veil that separates the world we know from the realms of the unexplained. Local businesses have embraced the legend, incorporating it into their marketing and even naming products after the infamous structure. The pillar has been featured in numerous books, documentaries, and paranormal investigation shows, further spreading its reputation beyond the borders of Georgia. Yet for all its fame, the cursed pillar remains an enigma. Those who approach it with skepticism often leave with a newfound respect for the power of belief and the enduring nature of urban legends. Even the most hardened cynics find themselves hesitating before touching the weathered surface, a testament to the pillar's ability to inspire awe and trepidation in equal measure. As Augusta continues to grow and evolve, the cursed pillar stands as a silent sentinel, a bridge between the city's past and its future. It serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling, the endurance of folklore, and the human need to find meaning in the inexplicable. Perhaps the true power of the cursed pillar lies not in any supernatural force, but in its ability to capture our imagination and connect us to the rich tapestry of history and legend that shapes our communities. It challenges us to question our assumptions about the nature of reality and invites us to explore the shadows that linger at the edges of our understanding. As the night deepens and the streets of Augusta grow quiet, the cursed pillar stands vigil, its secrets locked within its weathered surface. The stories of its power continue to be passed down through generations, growing and evolving with each retelling. But the question remains, is there truly a supernatural force at work, or is the real curse our own fear and belief in the inexplicable? What do you think really happened here? Is the cursed pillar of Augusta a genuine phenomenon, defying rational explanation and the laws of nature? Or is it a powerful example of how belief and suggestion can shape our perception of reality? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, in that shadowy realm where fact and fiction intertwine to create something greater than the sum of its parts. As we ponder these questions, one thing remains certain: the legend of the cursed pillar will continue to captivate and intrigue for generations to come, standing as a testament to the enduring power of urban legends and the human desire to find wonder in the world around us. If you've enjoyed this journey into the mysterious world of the cursed pillar of Augusta, we invite you to dive deeper into the realm of urban legends and unexplained phenomena. Like this video to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories that challenge the boundaries between fact and fiction. Have you had any experiences with cursed objects or locations? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below, and join the conversation about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our cities and towns. Remember, sometimes the most intriguing stories are the ones that leave us questioning what we think we know about the world around us.